Hey everyone, Mr. MC here. This is a lap guide for Suzuka circuit with the 2013 Nissan GT-R, GT3, and this is on the racing soft tires with BOP on and tuning disabled. So as you're getting ready to start your lap, you can bring yourself towards the left side of the track. That way you're able to have a little bit more space to build up a little more speed to get a faster start to your new lap. Now stay on the left side of the track as you're going to start to brake and turn in just as you pass this path that is on the left. You're going to do a lot of trail braking or braking control as you're turning in, just trying to safely reduce your speed as you go through the first two turns. And as you hit the apex of the second turn, that's when you want to start to get on the throttle on third gear. Now for the S's, you want to do a lot of throttle control with a little bit of braking here and there. Just like for this right turn, I use just a little bit of braking and go down to third gear, a little more throttle control. But then for this right turn, this is where you want to do a little more trail braking and try to stay on the right side of the track. Stay on third gear, and right here, so this is just after the new sector starts, you want to start to turn in, go up to fourth gear and do a little bit of throttle control as this turn does go on for a while. It's really easy to not control the throttle enough to where you touch the grass and off the track you go. So make sure you do a little bit of throttle control, then brake before the 50-meter board. That 50-meter board is your turning point. Go down to fourth gear, be careful with the curb at diagonal 1. Then brake before the curb on the left ends for diagonal 2, and you want to briefly go now to second gear for a bit more rotation, but exit on third gear. That way you can be a little more aggressive with your throttle input as you do get a little bit of turbo lag. Then brake just before the curb on the right ends, going all the way down to first gear, turning in before the curb on the left starts. And you can let the car coast for a moment, that way it'll turn in a bit more, and you want to exit on second gear. Try to get the car straightened up, pointing towards the next section of the track as soon as you can, that way you can fully accelerate your way out of the hairpin. Go ahead and bring yourself towards the right side of the track, brake before you reach the path that is on the right, so right around here, start to brake hard for a short while, turning in and easing off of the brakes after the 50-meter board. Nice and careful with your throttle input, brake before the curb on the right ends, and you can briefly go down to second gear for a bit more rotation, but exit on third gear, trying to get really close to the end of the curb on the left as that's pretty much your apex. And just be nice and careful with your throttle input, really easy to get a lot of wheel spin and spin out. But anyways, bring yourself towards the right side of the track, and for 130R, you're turning in just as you're about to pass the 50-meter board, and you can do a little lift off of throttle to make sure that you stay on the tarmac. Finally, brake at around the 125-130 meter mark, braking hard for a short while, going down to first gear for a bit more rotation. As you hit the apex, go up to second gear and carefully accelerate your way out, and if you have a really good lap time, bring yourself towards the right side of the track, that way you cover less distance and quickly get towards the start finish line. But let's go ahead and get started with the section of the guide where I don't stop the video, starting right now. And you want to be careful with the Nissan GT-R because it's really easy to end up understeering off of the track if you're braking way too late. So you want to have a really good idea about where exactly you need to brake. Especially for the first turn, really easy to understeer off the track if you're going in way too hot. Anyways, for the S's, is trying to maintain as much momentum as possible. Try not to use too much braking except for this right turn where you do need to stick towards the right side of the track. A little bit of throttle control. Really tricky to get it right as it's really easy to understeer off the track if you don't let off of the throttle enough. Diagonals 1 and 2, trying to keep up as much momentum as possible, exiting on third gear, another really difficult section of the track to nail down. Brake before the curb on the right ends for the hairpin, trying to quickly get the car pointing towards the next section of the track and quickly get on the throttle on second gear. Then you want to bring yourself towards the right side of the track. Look for the path that is on the right as you want to brake before you pass it, so brake nice and early for spoon as it's really easy to understeer off of these turns. And actually you do see me understeer just a little bit going through the second part of spoon. So again, brake a little bit early to make sure that you don't understeer off the track. Really easy to do in the Nissan GT-R, even on the soft tires. You can do a little lift off our throttle through 130R to make sure that you're staying on the track. Brake at around the 130-125 meter mark. Go down to first gear for a bit more rotation, but exit on second gear. Be careful with your throttle input and bring yourself towards the right to finish your lap. And that is it for the lap guide, getting a 155.9. So this is a bit of a tough combination, but hopefully this lap guide helps you out. And if you like this video, you can press the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I do have a memberships program thing that you can check out down below if you want to further support this channel. But I do thank you guys for the awesome support as we're getting ready to wrap up the year. I'll be making the daily race B lap guide tomorrow, so that should be the 20th of December for the majority of us. So be on the lookout for that. And that's all for me. So thank you guys for watching this video. This is Mr. MCA. Have a good week, and I'll see you in the next video.